Hola, Matthew here, back again with the latest update, property market update for Granada and Lecrin Valley. Here today with Ange.
Hello.
Welcome, Ange. Three hot topics this month in the property market. The first of all, is there a property crash in Spain?
There has seen a change in Andalucia at present with a price drop of around 2%. Okay. And it's happened over this last month, and it is in the Andalusia area. But it's not something to massively panic about. Okay,
so is that a sign of buyer hesitation? Is that something sellers should be worried about?
I think it is buyer hesitation. You know, we've all seen, you'd be underneath a pebble somewhere, not seeing the news. There is some instability in the market at the moment. There's global pressures. There's things happening that influence buyers' decisions. That's what's happening at present in the market.
Okay, I mean, that makes sense. We see a lot of movements in the market, and potentially it's just one of those markets tend to move in sort of steps up or down and then level out for a bit. So maybe with all the price rises we've seen, it's just leveling out a bit. So is it a good opportunity for sellers to capture the market now?
Prime opportunity to capture now. We'll go on about the stock levels as well, but listing now, knowing what's happening in this market at this time is not what's going to happen in 6 months. You can't see into the future. So if you're wanting to sell, get it listed now.
Great piece of advice. So yeah, I think we'll see what happens with that. We're going to put a full video out about the movements and the figures in the market. So look out for that at home. What else has been happening in the market? Where have all the listings gone?
Yeah, where have all the listings gone? We've done a lot of research into this, and we've looked at comparable against last year and even a couple of months ago. Stock numbers are down significantly. Yeah. We had a discussion this morning, levels from around 100 and odd this time last year down to 60. That's a big drop. And I think could be triggered again by the nuances that are happening in the marketplace and sellers being a little bit more wary.
Yeah, definitely we're seeing that pause with some people, those that are maybe mistakenly thinking, well, if the market's levelled off, I'll wait a bit. I think if you're thinking of selling, now's the time to capitalise on that.
Now's the time. You know what's happening now, you're seeing what's happening in the news. You cannot guarantee what's going to happen in 3 or 6 months down the line.
No, definitely. So we'll keep an eye on the stock levels. Again, we'll put another video out for everyone at home with all the facts and figures, so you can see all the stats to do with that. But interesting. That seems to be causing quite a lot of. We're seeing with buyer demand that the new fresh properties coming to the market that are priced correctly and marketed correctly are getting all of the interest. And the older stock is becoming a bit stale in the market.
Stagnant, yeah. I mean, again, it's a thing. You see something new, you want it. If that's what you're looking for, we are seeing that trend now where things priced correctly at the correct market value now are getting multiple offers very quickly. So they're not having to wait weeks and weeks. They are getting the offers now.
Yeah, that old dark photo with the Persianas closed down that's been sat there for 12 months, it's just not attracting interest.
Not attracting anybody at all, no, pushing it to one side.
Which interesting you mentioned about the multiple offers. We've seen that in the last month. We've had 4 properties that have had multiple offers on them, all within, 2 of them before actually going to public launch, just from our club, all our members that are registered and people who are getting in there and registering rather than just browsing on the portals. And that's been, while it's always happened, this has been a real shift in the market, that because of the lack of stock, if property is priced right at the moment and marketed correctly, they are getting multiple offers.
Exactly, and people need to move. If people need to move from another country and they've already set to do that, they need to buy something. Yeah. So they're going to make that offer.
Yeah, it's interesting they're all the new ones as well. It's not stuff
that's been stuck around a while. No, it's the new things to market.
It'd be interesting to see how that continues, but I think with the lack of stock at the moment, particularly for sellers, if you're thinking of moving, get on with it. Don't expect that summer slowdown. I don't think we're going to see that this year. We haven't seen it with the number of buyers registering.
No. I think if you're wanting to sell and you're adamant you want to do it, get that paperwork checked, get it online now, and make sure you're making the most of this time now and not waiting around.
Great. Okay. What's happening in Lecrin Valley specifically, Ange? What's going on there?
Leading great onto that, paperwork. I've had some really in-depth discussion with foreign sellers that have second homes here, or they're having to relocate somewhere, and they're coming to me and saying, we're thinking of doing this. Can you just check the paperwork? Because they've seen our advice videos. There are a lot of properties out there where the paperwork is incorrect. don't worry, because it can be rectified. But again, if you're wanting to sell now, you need to ensure that paperwork is correct. As an example, I have a couple of properties that are off-grid properties. There is no mention of a building on the land that they purchased 15 years ago, nothing at all. And since then, extension has been made, they've not done anything with the paperwork. So guys, if you're wanting to sell now, get that paperwork sorted, because buyers aren't going to wait around.
No, it's interesting. We've had a couple of examples of that as well, where someone's bought a property where the paperwork wasn't correct. The lawyer they used when they bought it told them, don't worry, I'll sort all that out for you.
Yeah.
They've even paid for that.
Yeah. And
then come back 10 years later to sell it and found nothing's actually been done.
Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah, really important to get that checked first. So great piece of advice. Well,
brilliant.
Thanks everyone at home for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. That really helps us and helps us to continue making this content for you. There's lots of advice videos we have if you're thinking of buying or selling. And look out for the those who want all the stats and the figures. We'll be coming that to you very soon. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye for now.